Hello everyone, today I'll show you how you can make your own compost. So how you can turn these vegetables, leftovers, whatsoever from your home in a wonderful compost from your garden, and all made at home, so you don't need a huge garden whatsoever. So how you can make this wonderful soil very rich from your leftovers. So normally what I do, I use a 1 gallon jar, just to make sure it's enough. I'm not doing a lot of quantity whatsoever, and I do them. It's easy to store and of course to maintain away, because it's gonna give some smell, and right now it's smelling a little bit as everything is kind of breaking down inside. So first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use exactly the same compost that I did, some of that just to put one layer, because as you see inside, it's like the humidity is really high right now, just because the vegetables are breaking down. And then I'll start put all my leftovers from the vegetables. The other thing I use coffee. Coffee is really good. Actually is creating some mold, and that mold is breaking all the vegetables really fast. So I fill it up. There you go. I make sure I put the coffee. So all this thing is leftovers made from my house. I try to recycle as much as I can, and plus I know what I eat, so I know exactly what kind of compost I are creating. So after I put the coffee, I'm gonna put some more dirt on top, okay? And you can do this one since the beginning. So when you start layer one, just make sure you put some dry soil, and then after that you add in the vegetables, then some dry soil, you add in the vegetables, some dry soil, you add in the vegetables. So this is all completed. Just to make sure, they need a lot of oxygen, but the trick in this part, they may create a lot of flies. So what I use a lid. The lid pretty much is just to make sure that no flies or mosquitoes go inside and lay eggs, and meanwhile I left it open, so all the gas that will be created from the fermentation, the breakdown, or the mold and everything will be come out, so they'll get enough air to go in and out, but there is no flies that gonna come, and plus it reduces the smell. Again, it's a long process. It may take up 8 months normally, or so. Normally what I do in the end of my gardening, so this is gonna be my pots that I'm growing with my vegetables, whatever is left over from the tomatoes, peppers, whatever from the vegetables I plant, I put them in these pots, and or I bear them to the same pot over there. So I open halfway and I put all the vegetables, then I put soil on top of them, and I left them in there for about 6 months. We are in Midwest, so I collect them end of September until pretty much right now. So it's 6 to 7 months, everything break down, and you can see you come like that. Some leaves, whatever I get, so just to give them some dry soil, so that can extract the liquid that come from the vegetables. Leave it like that. I leave them in direct sun for a couple of days. Just the vegetables we kind of boil, so all the juice, everything will come out, and the dry soil will extract those liquids, and then the bacteria will start do their job. Just make sure, if you have any worms, you can add worms, compost worms, or if you like to fish whatsoever, you get the worms for fishing, you can use those, and then after that you can go fish again. So there's a lot of things. I don't like to use any worms or whatsoever. I just go basic and very natural. Again, it takes time, absolutely. Needs up to 8 months for everything to break down and turn like in a wonderful soil. But if you like to recycle, if you like to do things at home, this is a wonderful thing to do. You can do it in your garden. Just open, if you have an area or a huge container, you can compost everything at home, or put them under the soil and leave them for a couple of years, and after that you can use that soil. So there's a lot of things you can do over there. I just want to show how I do it at home. So I live in an apartment building, so it's really hard to have. I don't have that large area to plant and do gardening, but I like to consider living healthy, etc., and this is part of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you compost your leftovers from your garden or your vegetables. Is a good source for your plants as well. You're helping Mother Earth. Less things go on the landfill, better is for everybody. Just a quick tip: if you're using any cardboard for compost, just be careful and mindset, because all cardboards are made with a lot of chemicals through their process, and those chemicals do break down when they turn them into compost, and your plants will extract those chemicals. And if you're using them to garden for vegetables, you may get hazard chemicals like paints, glues, or whatever they use to process those wood chips that turn in a cardboard, or the recycling process. So just be very mindful. You can burn them if you use fires whatsoever. You can burn them and use the hash. Yes, absolutely, that's safe. But use direct cardboard as a compost, that's very hazard. So you can poison yourself very easy, because the plants will get those. So I hope everybody is safe out there and enjoy gardening as much as I do. And if you have any question or you like this video, please subscribe, and I hope to see everybody later on. Bye.